right, so, and now there's a gourmet pizza shop here. Yeah, that was it. This was the gourmet pizza, and back on 7th Avenue was the $1 a slice pizza. That's funny. This sushi bar has been here for a while, but the rest of this, oh, it's all changed up a little bit. But again, lots of stuff closed because of the crisis. And this whole building has come down. Now this is kind of sad because in that building was a big martial arts space. I remember visiting a capoeira class back in the mid-90s. And I think that Hunch and Rico Guy might have... Hunch and Rico Guy still has his studio somewhere up here. Hunch and Rico Guy was the original Black Samurai. And yeah, so I wonder what happened to that capoeira class and all those martial artists that used to use that 3 or 4 story building that's not there anymore. Time passes, things change. Okay, there's Urban Outfitters. They've been there for a while. They're one of the early gentrifiers. And so as we keep on walking, so what do we got here? Ryan, welcome aboard. Daniel, welcome aboard. Okay, Jay, what are you saying here? Let's see. Damn it, Roger's Time Machine down. Yeah. Anthony, used to be a DVD store. Yep, all these DVD stores have gone away. Used to be, Anthony says, I used to go to Misfit NYC conference back in 2013 and 14. I don't know that one. Eric, welcome aboard. Because everybody needs a sex comedy about Claudius. Yeah. Especially if you're Italian. Yeah, because, yeah, they were both spaghetti movies, as they called them. All right, so there's your 5 guys. This is one of those buildings that must have used to have been a theater. Check this out. Okay, I'm going across the street so you can see this. It's kind of a not terribly dangerous thing to do here. Red lights are practically a suggestion in this day and age. There's where my old gym used to be. 24/7 it was called. All right, look at this tall and skinny building in between the Foot Locker and the DQ. All right, are we thinking that this maybe used to have been a theater or something? Look at those, the faces and the cartouches there. There obviously was a name in that sign that has since been sandblasted away or something. There's that balcony up ahead. This building used to be a thing. And look at what DQ did to the building next to it. So blah. No history. So boring. See, Dairy Queen is actually a new thing in New York City. Let's see, one of those buildings that must have used to have been a theater. Now that is a sentence. Thank you. Yes. Now, DQ, Dairy Queen, wasn't a thing in New York City. Neither was 7-Eleven, Bennigan's, Red Lobster. A whole bunch of national chains just didn't exist in New York City because we didn't, need them. We've got all this. We've got so many local businesses. We don't need these international chains. And well, DQ shows up, and now it's nobody goes by their full name anymore. They go by the abbreviations and the initials that people have given them. FedEx, Mickey D's, KFC, and DQ. And if they do that to more buildings, I don't think I need them. All right, so now we're headed up between 6th Avenue to 5th Avenue. Now here on this street, there used to be a whole bunch of affordably priced, shops where you could get sneakers and towels and t-shirts and sandals and all various sundries of things that one might need and didn't really feel like spending a whole lot of money for. But now, well, mattress firm, brow studio, a podiatry office, a dental office, hair and nail, and a store for lease. So that's gentrification. And there was I think it was Jack's Shoes, or it was either Jack's Shoes or a women's fitness studio up on that corner, not there anymore. Here's the Guitar Center, as I said, and a Levi's store. You know, it's hard to tell. What does it say about society when you can't tell the difference between a Levi's store and Guitar Center from the front, from the store windows, huh? All right, so we're coming up to Fifth Avenue. Oh, there's a, let's see, there's a particular New York City office there. Something called Performix House is now on the corner. And you know what? I see a store behind me. Well, there's another one in front of me. I should be able to get the padded envelopes that I need. What you saying down here? Anthony, a couple of blocks down, it used to be a video store called Allen Video Alley, and it was at the Salvation Army Church. Huh. And Misfit NYC, the conference, was at the Salvation Army Church, but my former church changed to Saints Church. Okay. Gonna have to look that up, Misfits NYC. All right, so here is another brand new building. That's the new school over there. Okay, that's what they call a statement building. A building with such a unique design, it has become a it is a statement. Now, so you got the new school there, and there used to be a store called East West Books right over there, but that is not there anymore. So we're here at Fifth Avenue. We haven't taken a look at Fifth Avenue yet, and there you can see, you're in luck, everybody. Get to see an ambulance coming down Fifth Avenue. Okay, well, that was fun. Hey, Felice, Anthony, Kate, welcome to the party. This is yet another edition of Vacant New York with Captain Zorikh. Today, 14th Street, because I happen to go from my storage space where I had to pick up some videos that people ordered to a post office to mail them, and somewhere in the middle there I'm going to have to get some envelopes to put them in. But you know what? Since we're just passing Fifth Avenue, I'll take you up to Union Square, because Union Square is right up this way. Oh, by the way, the new school seems to be proud of itself being 100 years new. All right. Now, so we're passing up 14th Street. Businesses come, businesses go. The Wendy's and the Taco Bell have been there forever. However, this gourmet supermarket is a little bit newer. The Press Juicery. I think there's a Baked by Melissa. Yeah, right up there. But who remembers Ricky's? Who remembers Ricky's? Yeah, you know, Ricky's went out of business. I did not know this, but there used to be one right up here. So whose note is this? Police Burns. The new school teaches art and acting and stuff. They teach all kinds of things. Adult classes is what it's all about. New York Songlines, 200 West 14th Street. Building was built in 1988 as the Jeanne d'Arc. I loved East West Books. Huh, so maybe Athena's got a reference to Joan of Arc. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for that. I'll look that up more. Okay, yeah, there used to be Ricky's here. There used to be a Radio Shack here. All these chains that have gone out of business used to be on 14th Street. Oh, there used to be fabric stores on 14th Street. There used to be a carpet store on 14th Street, right on that corner where the Bank of America is. In fact, the padding that goes underneath the carpet, I actually got a bunch of to use as padding in my SCA helmet. Okay, so we're up to Union Square now. The Whole Foods Market, that building there, that used to be a Corvettes. Who remembers Corvettes? Corvettes was a chain of department stores, and 14th Street was where it was. I remember when they were closing. I was like 11 going on 13. Got some toys at discount there. And now, Union Square. That's the Gandhi Garden behind me. And we're just going to take a spin through, and then I'm going to go to Staples and try to pick up those envelopes there. If Staples open. Yep, it's open. If not, I'll go to a CVS, which I saw back the way. Once we get into the plaza, I'll show you a couple things here. By the way, the farmers market on 17th Street and Broadway there, that goes from 15th to 17th, that is still open, but they do have social distancing spots on the ground, so as for people to keep safe. But all the usual dealers that I've seen there, most of them anyway, were there when last I happened to be there on a morning that was its usual morning. So here's the here you go. Okay, now behind me here, that building that has a medical center in it, that was built up in around 1982 when the old S. Klein department store was torn down. And let's see. And over here, this funky structure, that was built in 1992-93, my first year at my second attempt at college at the School of Visual Arts. I took pictures for my photography class of the old building being torn down. Unfortunately, I don't have a strong memory of what used to be there, which is amazing because I used to go to the Cinema Village, which is still there on 12th Street, to see double features of like Road Warrior and Blade Runner and stuff like that, and all other kinds of movies. Harold and Maude with King of Hearts, Arthur and My Favorite Year. What other movies? Well, lots of them. So there's a bunch of folks with bicycles. Oh, hey, look, it's a biker gang. Over there, there's another repurposed bank building. Check this out. Look, we got a bank at this corner. We got a bank at that. Where are we? We got a bank at this corner. We got a bank at that corner. We got a bank at that corner. And here is a former bank that last I checked was used as a performance space. I saw De La Guardia there a bunch of years ago. Okay, so Anthony, Marion, what you talking to me about here? Okay. Across the street used to go to Kimmel Center, NYU, right. Knish carts or shops open? Let's see. S. Klein's before that, yes. Seymour what? Up. No, I think that statue's supposed to be Jane. Okay, I'll take a closer look. Anthony, I remember that park. I used to go there for a Kickstarter campaign for Trauma Return to Nukem High, Volume 2. Awesome. Okay, so, all right, so that's going to wrap it up for me for here for now. Just going to point out that Forbidden Planet is down the street. I understand they're having some kind of fundraiser or something. Yes, and Bike Messenger is waving at us. And also the Quad Theater, Cinema Theater, Movie Theater on 13th Street. My mom used to take me there when I was a small child. I remember seeing Fantasia there when I was very young. So, oh, and incidentally, it's not called Union Square because of the union. It's called Union Square because of labor unions, even though there's, what do you call them, George Washington on this end of it and Abraham Lincoln's statue on the other end of it. So I'm just going to take us around past the Gandhi Garden and the gazebo over the subway entrance. If anybody knows the story of Eric and the Dread Gazebo, give me a thumbs up right now. Give me a ha-ha right now. And if you don't know the story of Eric and the Dread Gazebo, go to your favorite search engine and search engine Eric and the Dread Gazebo. If you've ever played Dungeons & Dragons, you really should know that story. As opposed, so push carts are here. The question about if the Knish carts and push carts are open, I'm really not seeing any. Although in Astoria, a guy who has these great souvlaki's, he reopened, but food trucks are. There's an orange one over there. There's a row of at least 2 of them over here. So food trucks are open for business here. Oh yeah, and up on that 17th Street corner of Union Square, 17th and Broadway, is where for like 10, 15 years the local Society for Creative Anachronism had its sword fighting practice. But the cops, okay, there's a GoFundMe for the Forbidden Planet. Okay, and also somewhere out there, I forget who it was, but someone out there is running some publisher or distributor or dealer is running I think it's a publisher, is running a deal where if you buy a comic book from them, they will get and name a comic book store, they will give half the money you spend to that comic book store. If anybody knows who that publisher is, post it up in the comments, please, so I can buy something from them. Okay, and here's Mahatma Gandhi behind me. Yeah, the fighter practice on Union Square, it was actually quite a great spot for attracting attention. It would become it was only good, of course, during the warmer months, but by the end of the summer, it was basically the Tuesday night fighter practice and media circus, because the New York Times, the Village Voice, New York News 1, believe it or not, Bam Margera did a bit that was in the MTV Music Video Awards in, I want to say 2001. And, but there were skaters, pedestrians, bicyclists, skateboarders, all, dog walkers, just ignoring us because they figured it's their right to just go from here to there, even if there are 2 guys in armor fighting there. And then it was every so often the cops would come along and say, you're doing a violent act with dangerous weapons. So he figured out, we got to get a permit. So I went down to the appropriate offices. I talked to a fellow named Erickson and told him what we were doing, and he said, fine, here's what you do. And for $25 we got a season pass, essentially. So when the cops would come around and ask you to have a permit, I showed them that permit. So there you go. Hey James, welcome aboard. And so we had our fighter practices there for from 1992 till 2006 or thereabouts, I want to say, it feels like. And then one day there was a construction crew and they were ripping up the streets there. And what they did was they refinished the whole place so that it no longer is essentially a parking lot, which is what it was. Now it's a pedestrian plaza, and we can't get a permit to have fighter practice there. That's why SCA fighter practice is in McCarran Park on Brooklyn on Tuesdays, so that if you come to where it used to be and just take the L train over and get off Bedford Avenue and walk up Bedford Avenue a few blocks, you can get to it, except when there are coronavirus crises, in which case the SCA fighter practice in New York City is virtual, meaning I basically give instruction for an hour and a half on my Facebook page, on this very Facebook page you're watching, Facebook Live, and then I save it and I put it on YouTube. And that's Tuesday nights from 7 to 8:30. So, that's about all the plugs that I have to do, except for one more. And for those of you who just joined, you haven't lived until you've had a skateboarder go through your belt. That's right. I was thinking, which would be more amusing, a skateboarder or a rollerblader? Because if a skateboarder gets hamstrung, he falls down flat on his head and the skateboard keeps on going. But if you, not hamstring, clothesline. But if you clothesline a roller skater, when he goes down, his feet go up in the air and the wheels keep spinning. No, that's bad. That's bad. Lord, that ain't Rad Force. I apologize. Okay, don't do that. Don't hit a skateboarder or a skater when they're going through your fighter practice. But the whole reason that I'm here around 14th Street is because some people have ordered, and this all brings it home. If you have any interest in the Society for Creative Anachronism, I helped produce The Penzic War, a video documentary. And I did that so long ago that I had to make a sequel years later called Return to Penzic, where you get to see what's changed and what's stayed the same. And a friend of mine, G.A. West, a pro wrestler, he thought he had no interest in it. I plopped him in the middle of Penzic to see what happened. Both of them are quite instructional and informative about what the SCA is about. And also you do get to see some of the people interviewed in the first one are re-interviewed in the second one. So anyway, I got a couple of orders for those. They're available on Amazon.com and through my website, CaptainZorikh.com. Zorikh is how you spell it. You should know that. You're on my Facebook page. CaptainZorikh.com/catalog. And I need to get envelopes to mail them, so I'm going to go into Staples and get that. And there's a post office just a couple of blocks from here. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Next time I'll be on, scheduled to be on Facebook Live is on Tuesday, 7 to 8:30, doing the virtual sword fighting practice and instruction. And then Wednesday from 3 to 3:30, doing Captain Zorikh's Socially Distant Music Madness. Okay, and in case you don't believe I'm who I am, this is me. The redness from the nose is from this thing on the bridge here, rubbing into my nose. So, Anthony, I'm trying to do my 4-part biopic with Lloyd Kaufman, but Troma's busy at the moment. Wait, I thought all the movies had been shut down, but hey, I'd love to see that biopic of Lloyd Kaufman and hear his story. I've always loved Troma's stuff. I used to have dreams of knocking on his door back when they was on the Midtown West Side and just getting a job there, but I never did it, and I'm kind of kicking myself for it. So, but at the Big Apple Con, we did show the trailer for some kind of Toxic Avenger thing that's coming out someday. Anywho, so love you all. Clean up, cover up, stay physically separate but socially connected. Call your mom, if you can, if she's alive. I made that mistake. Call your mom, call your friends, call your grandparents, call your kids. You've got Skype, telephone, internet. Keep in touch. Check in on everybody. Make sure everybody's feeling good. I hope you're enjoying these walks in New York. And now I got to get back to work. I love you all again. And Captain Zorikh's coming at you.